You read the title. Stay tuned. What's up, Dolphin fans? Welcome to Sports Night with Jorge. As you see, that is the final today, 29-27. Another loss for the Miami Dolphins. The record goes to 1-5 for the season. And yes, if you read my title, it is time for a change. I know some of you guys are going to get upset. Some of you guys think I don't have faith, but I do, guys. I do have faith, but I'm going to get to the point that I'm going to get to right now in a few minutes. Major heartbreaker for this team. We're going to go to statistics. What I feel about this game. But I'm going to take it one at a time. So I don't want to rush everybody. Join the chat. Once again, gracias Jardín por entrar. It's a sad day. Changes needs to be made. Yes. When? I'm going to say now. I was at Frozen Fin a few minutes ago. But I'm going to finish this off here tonight with a recap and tell you what I feel about this game. What's going to happen from the Dolphins from here on. But anyhow, let me get to the game recap for a second. Okay, here we are. Dolphins lose 29-27. A heartbreaker. It is a heartbreaker. They were losing by 10. They came back. Tua did not have a good game. You guys looking at the stats. I'm going to read what I got here. Then I'm going to get to the actual results in game in a few minutes and my what I feel about this team. All right, time of possession. The actual Chargers 34 minutes and 19 seconds. Miami 25 minutes 41 seconds. Total yards. The Chargers with 403 total yards. Miami with 341. Passing yard, Tua 204 yards. Herbert 263. Rushing yards, here we go. Second running back, which we allowed a backup running back to go over 100 yards. Okay? We had 137, they had 140. First down, the Chargers had 20, Miami had 19. On third down, the Chargers was 6 for 15, Miami was 5 for 11. On fourth down, there was only one conversion. It was for the Chargers. There was 1 for 1. Penalties, we have 4 for 45. The Charger has 7 for 45. Sack, they only sacked Tua twice for 9 yards, and we only had 1. And of course, we missed the big one at the end of the game. Now, we could point fingers, blame, you call it, everything you want to do. But let's be honest, guys and girls. We got to be honest with this, okay? The team is not good, period. Okay? The team is not good. I don't see this team, if possible, winning one more game. If Mr. Ross he has to do something. Either tomorrow morning, tonight, whatever he has to do. I brought this up in the Frozen Fin today. It's amazing how the owner has spoken to McDaniel twice on the last 2 games that we lost, but he hasn't spoken to Greer. And if he have, well, we're not notified. We don't know as fans, right? But it is sad, guys. It is sad as a Dolphin fan. That's how I feel. That we need changes, and these are my changes. Unfortunately, they all got to go. Okay? I know we're going to need a head coach somewhere in this team, an interim coach. I don't trust the defensive coach. I don't trust McDaniel, and neither my GM. Great point were brought up on Frozen Fin channel. Why don't you make Dan Marino the GM of maybe this will help. Okay. Uh, yes, I heard to a press conference. It's sad if you haven't heard it. Okay. You are the captain of the team. Okay. You are in charge of the team. Basically, you're in charge. You are the captain of the ship. But I guess he can't control his sailors, and that's his teammates. Jordan Brooks said something positive about all this, which is great. I understand. But it's the fan base. Okay. This is something that I don't think a Dolphin fan can take anymore. I mean, I look at the stadium, I heard the boos, I heard everything that I need to hear, which is your team. Yeah, you can say, hey, they're trying their best every week to week. But if it's not the offense, it's the defense. If it's not the defense, it's the offense. It's like we're going back and forth. We just cannot close out a game, period. It doesn't matter. Listen, there's a lot we can say about this game on 3rd down and 2. The touchdown to Waller. Why don't you running up the middle, eat the clock more? Get a first down. They still could have got the first down, by the way. It was 3rd and goal. They could have taken a first down. Eat the clock. 50-something seconds left? Yes. All right. You could say special team. Special team had a good game, guys. Just because they mess up at the end and the guy runs 41 yard, he gets to the 41-yard line, but we miss a sack. We miss an open field tackle. So that's on the defense. That's not on special teams. Tua said something. It doesn't matter how many time you got left on the clock. You still have time enough to win the game. Now, if he thought he was going to do the miracle one that we did against the New England Patriots, come on, man. You threw 3 interceptions. One I take away because they hit the receiver hand and it landed to the defender hand. That was the first interception of the game. But a passing rating of what, 30, 40, 50 in this game? Unacceptable. The accountability. We go back to the accountability. What kind of accountability do the Dolphins have from any staff, from the defense, from the offense? What do they have? I'm going to say, man, it's pathetic. It is pathetic. Hey, Alco, how you doing, buddy? I know it hurts, and you could say we're trying week to week, but somewhere down the line, okay, from the defense or the offense, something has to give here. If McDaniel has to sit Tua because he's having a bad game, brother, do it. Or you're telling me you don't have confidence in Quinn? He's a rookie. You don't have a confidence in Sack either. So what do you got him in your roster for? To stand in the sideline with a nice uniform, clean? I don't know. There's things about that game. And by the way, Aqua Veil was in the game. That was a beautiful video. Yeah. I mean, it's sad, man. We cannot continue as fan. I mean, we love our team. We're gonna do our job, right? We're gonna have our podcast. We're gonna talk about our team. We're gonna talk about what's going on with this team. But the change needs to be made right away. This cannot continue. With a 1-5 record, listen, Mad Dog the Greek, he said, "Hey man, with the A seed, he gave us hope." Oh, you're welcome, man. He gave us hope. How bad this team? Because if you look at the AFC, let's be honest, the Ravens, but they're gonna get Lamar Jackson back. They're terrible. The Chiefs are terrible. The Raiders are terrible. Man, the Chargers came in, with a 2-game losing streak, and they're terrible. We made another running back look like a star. Then the defense come, they get their 3 and out, they get the stop, they're down by 10, heading to the third quarter. They score 14 points. Say, here we go again, man. It's going to be tough. Tua drives them down the field. All right, we scored a touchdown, fine, great, but it's because the defense. So I don't know if there's a competing thing here between the defense and the offense. All right, buddy. Thank you so much, man. You have a good night and get some rest. You have to understand one thing, guys. This team has not shown a complete game both sides of the ball, regardless. You cannot go into the sideline and say, hey, I'm the defense. I got you the ball back. Do something about it. Tua press conference talking today. I'm going to be straight honest with you guys. He's not the quarterback future of the Miami Dolphins. He's not, guys. He's not. Unfortunately, I'm going to be honest with you guys. He's not the future quarterback for this team. He cares if he wins. He cares if he loses. It doesn't matter. But see, we do. We're the fans. We care. That's our team. We want to win. If Ross wants to fill that stadium up with people, he wants to fill that stadium up with fans. Good luck on that. You continue losing, you're going to have no revenues. But listen, it starts with a big guy. It started from Greer. Things were mentioned about, Jonah, the new rookie, and Grant and other they're rookies. They are rookies. They're going to make mistakes regardless. I don't care if they play 6, 7, 8, 10 games. They're a rookie. What happened to Patrick Paul when he started? Didn't we criticize him? Well, he's not good enough. He's not. And then he started getting better, better, and better. Listen, we criticize whether we win or lose, but we always got to find something about a player. You know what? Any player can have a bad day in a given day, right? It happens. But I see McDaniel and Tua. There's no hope for this team. At the beginning of the season, we were talking about, hey, if this continue, man, what do we make Weaver the new head coach? The moment we said that, because I said it, we all said it, hey, give the guy an opportunity. My God, his defense is worse. And once again, putting players in different positions, putting players playing out of their positions. This is why we're struggling right now. Phillip, he missed a tackle. That's Herbert for you. He spinned. He had him. If that was a sack, I got to tell you the game will be over. If we have the open field tackle down the sideline when he threw the pass, Trader went down. And we can say he's not good. But see, we can say Trader's not good. But next week, Trader makes 3 interceptions. Man, the guy's great. You see, that's what the fan base is. This is who we are. And it is so sad what this team has gone through right now and what is going through. And we could sit here and we could say they could go 4-1 in the next 5 games or 3-1 in the next 4 games. Listen, I don't see them winning one more game. If it's one, like I told Dirk this tonight, Frozen Finn, probably against the Saints. And they're playing good ball too. My thing is, how long will Ross continue with this? Because I understand his ears are ringing right now. What is the purpose of you firing McDaniels right now? Really? I think you start with your GM. Then you start from there. Tua said something today in the press conference that I was completely shocked about meetings, about players in the meetings. I said, what in the world is this? Brooks was so professional about it, which I understand. He didn't want to say anything about it. And why point fingers when we all grown men and we all play, for this team? But man, oh man, are we looking bad right now, guys? We're looking so bad. We really are. And I'm worried about that. Because if Ross thinks he's not going to do nothing about it, he's about to lose this fan base, which he's already losing it. People's about to jump that bandwagon and say, listen, forget it. I just don't understand why he's. I don't know, guys. I really don't understand. I don't understand. I come to think about it. This team cannot continue losing like this. We could say, man, they improved. They got another turnover. They ran the ball good. A-Chain had a good game, by the way. Yes, he did. Okay, but then after that, back to the drawing board. Back to the same thing, man. It is sad. How long can we take this? As a fan, continue losing, 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 losing. Something has to give here. Listen, I hope they have a breaking news tonight or tomorrow morning. And that's probably going to be the best victory that the Dolphin fans will have. Yes, I don't like anybody to get fired. I don't like nobody to lose their job. I don't like. It's the same thing when the players get injured. I don't like the player to get injured. You know what's amazing about all this? And I forgot to bring that up with Dirk today. No Tyreek Hill in the last 2 games, and we score over 21 points. We have the offense. We could do it. That is the most amazing thing. Not even Tyreek Hill. Now, like I said, I wish the best, recovery. Hope he can make it soon. I hope his career doesn't come to an end. I hope that, we get good news down the road. But right now, we're getting close more of the training deadline. Who are we going to trade? Who are we going to get rid of? And then I'm going to tell you the truth. Now we're going to see the real thing fall down. Unless somebody come in here and start picking it up and start changing. Because I do believe we're going to lose players left and right. You're not going to keep players here that wants to win. Because they're losing in the ball club right now. That we look bad, man. We look so bad. And we cannot continue, going this route. Don't know how you feel, but I feel already that I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. I'm really tired. Fan base already, they look at it. You got people say, wow, man. Hey, Carlos. Thank you, man. Thank you for joining in. How much can we continue to take this? It's like the fan base is getting a beating every time. Okay? Something has to be done, guys. Yeah, I'm going to say it again. I don't like no one losing their job. But these are professional football players getting paid well, okay, to do a job. Regardless what kind of staff you have. Okay? So much about the culture change, so much about accountability, so much of so many things about this team. There's nothing to believe anymore. It's like they're all lies. That's my opinion. That's how I feel. And I'm not a negative person. I try to stay positive. I really am. I try to stay positive, but I see things that I say, what in the world? A Dolphin fan since 1972. The 1983 Dolphins. The 1970 Dolphins. The 1990 Dolphins. But the 2000 Dolphins, downhill. A franchise that was a winning franchise. Now, yeah, you're going to have bad seasons. You're going to have them. You're going to have bad seasons. I remember when Miami used to beat Buffalo all the time. Now Buffalo is vice versa. Okay, look at the New England Patriots. A team that I didn't want to talk about. They're 4-2. And you can say they play nobody, but they beat Miami, and they're 4-2. When everybody says this team, it's going to take a couple of years with Grable to develop. And I don't want to talk about other teams, but that's what I see here. What has Grable has done with the New England Patriots? It's amazing, guys. McDaniel's been here, his 5th year? Come on, we need a change. We need a change. We cannot continue doing this, guys. We need a change right now. And it started by the owner, Stephen Ross. Because if it doesn't, guys, we're in for a long season. And I believe we are. If I give them 2 wins for the whole season, they'll probably end up 2-15. And then something happens out of the ordinary and, we rub a little magic ball here and bingo, Dolphins go 5-6 games in a row. There's positive things that came out of the game. I'm not going to say There wasn't. There were some good things and some bad things. But we continue to choke, if that's the word you want to use. We continue to choke at the end of the game. You know what I was praying today, to be honest with you? I was praying in the game. I said, man, I hope the Dolphins don't rough the kicker. I hope the Dolphins don't rough the punter. I hope the Dolphins play smart defense and don't mess nothing up. And what did they do? A missed tackle. A missed sack. No flags. A good thing. That's what I was hoping for. I hope not roughing the passer. I hope they were smart. Nobody running into the kicker. I'm serious. The last 2 minutes or 3 minutes of the game, I was thinking about that. I said, oh my God, I hope the Dolphins, when they took Herbert, 3 and out. And listen, the time of possession, Miami did, took time off in the fourth quarter. But I believe that on 3rd and 2, and I could be wrong, they could have gone to cut through the middle, run the clock. If they're stopped, 4th and 1, you got to go for it. Okay, you make it, you don't, but at least, you ate that clock. But you gave Herbert 50-something minutes and one time out, that's plenty. That's plenty because we know Herbert. And the sad thing about that, guys, it just knocks your heart off. Man, you're winning, you're happy. You came back, took the lead, and then suddenly you gave it back up, and that was it. I mean, it's sad. Oh, I imagine what they felt. I just imagine Aquaville. I mean, I was watching on TV the boos and all that. When I sent you that information, you told me when they were down by 10 points and going to the half, and I said, "What in the world's going on here?" The lead was cut, and here comes the Chargers score. I mean, what is this team doing? When Tua talking today, it made me feel like, yeah, I did my part. Okay, that is your part. Your part is to bring the team back. I mean, what's the difference of that? That's where you're a quarterback, right? You get paid to bring the team back. So you did your part, and then at the end, it's like he felt like saying, well, the defense didn't did theirs, but we did ours. Is this a team player thing, or this is just like, your defense, I'm offense, I'm worried about me, I don't worry about you? That's the picture I'm noticing right now from Tua Tagovailoa. Oh, we did our part. H-Chain got 120-something yards rushing. Waller got 100 yards receiving. I did my part. Oh, defense couldn't stop them. That's on them. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm seeing. So guess what? That's not a team player. That's a selfish individual. And I'm saying because it's how you talk. You pick up a mic and you go to press. Yeah, listen, like you said, it is a heartbreaker, right? So it hurts everybody. It hurts the fan. It hurts the player. I mean, what Brooks said, you fall down, you pick yourself back up, and you continue. So if these other players are not doing that, it says, man, you know what? I got my 10 tackles a day. I got my 2 sacks. I'm done for the day. What's the purpose? Yeah, I imagine the boos, man. I mean, like I said, I heard some things on the TV, man. It didn't look good at all, man. Yeah, I mean, it's completely sad, man. It is so sad for a team that I cannot say they gave up because it's not giving up, but I can say this: they can close out games, whether it's the offense or the defense. They just can't close it out. If you look at this team last 3 games, let's be honest. Okay? They had the lead 70 points against Carolina. They had the lead today. It was short, but they came back. Same thing happened to New England Patriots. They came back. But they just couldn't shut it down. Man, depressing as hell. You ain't lying, man. Listen, I was doing the chat, and listen, my touchdown for the Dolphins and all that, I wasn't so hyped. Like they said, I did my video. Hey, you know what? They scored a touchdown. Good luck with that, and I move on. Because I knew this was going to happen at the end. I mean, I picked Miami to win 27-24 on the late field goal. Now, how in the heck you're going to make a kicker kick almost a 60-yard field goal? I think it's a 57-yard field goal. When you know that he's not good kicking over 50-something yards. I don't get that either. But that's McDaniel for you. That's McDaniel. And I think the fans are actually fed up already. I think the fans are tired, Aquaville. I mean, tonight talking with Dirk at Frozen Fin and the guys that joined in the chat, the answer is this: what now? That's the question, not the answer. We want answers. What now? What's going to happen now? What's going to happen tonight? What's going to happen tomorrow? Are we going to get that press conference that Ross comes up front and says, "Hey man, we got rid of Greer, and we're taking another step. Maybe got rid of the head coach too, but we're going to take it one game at a time now." I mean, what is it? I'm going to say this from the fan base. They are not going to take it anymore. They had enough. I mean, McDaniel didn't have a bad game. I mean, he did not. Okay, he had two good games back to back. But then suddenly, I mean, if your quarterback is struggling, hey buddy, have a seat, man. I'm gonna bring somebody in. Now I feel like Tua thinks, hey man, this is my position. I got this. They're not gonna sit me down. Well, it's called accountability. It's called you being a head coach. You say, listen, buddy, today you really suck. You're not good. You're gonna have a seat. I'll bring somebody in. And maybe, like I said, the new era of McDaniel and Tua, it's coming to an end. This tuna fish is not working anymore. This tuna fish is getting rotten. I'm sorry to say it that way. I used to like Tua, man. I seen Tua do so many good things, but today in a press conference, the way he let out and talk about his teammates and talk about, I know what I did. I know what I did. Well, you know what? Who cares what you did? I would like to know what the whole entire team did. That's my question. And yeah, we're going to look at things. And like I say, I don't want to stay or speak negative because it sounds like I'm negative right now. But we got to look at the truth here. Okay, he's human. He makes mistakes. We all do. But it gets to a point that enough is enough. And the fan base is tired. Why are we going to continue? Okay. Dirk said it better. Listen, I'm not buying no shirt. I'm not buying no more things from the Dolphins. I had enough. I mean, there was a podcaster took all his clothing, his uniform. I ain't gonna lie, he took his all his clothing off of the Dolphins and put it to the side. Says, "This is it. I'm not doing this no more." I'll talk about the Dolphins. I do my podcast, but the guy took off his jersey, his hat, and say, "I had enough." These are the passionate fans. These are the true fans. They are Dolphin fans. They are waiting for the Dolphins to merge, wake up, do something about this year. Now they got into a major hole. 1-5. Can they come out of it? Don't know. There's other podcaster says it's going to be a 6-11 season. You got podcaster that says they'll probably win 7. I don't see them winning 7. I don't see them winning 5. I see them winning 2. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. It's frustrating. It hurts. I mean, imagine you went to that game, right? So I still have my game against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm gonna be honest with you. I told my wife, we're not going. I'm not going, even though it's my team. I love to go. In Atlanta, I'm only like 4.5 hours from the stadium. I decided to say no. I'm not doing this. I'm not going to go see a team hit the field and lose again and again and again every week. I'm not saying they're not showing effort. I'm not saying they're not, but at the same time, man, come on. There has to be an accountability. I mean, what is Weaver doing with his defensive players? Well, you got a linebacker covering a wide receiver. I mean, what are you doing, man? I mean, I just don't know. I just don't know. I seen defensive player move around, and I'm saying, what is he doing? And maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I saw Ethan Barner, and of course today they criticized. It says Ethan Barner had a bad game today. I'll be honest. I think he had a decent game today. Everybody said that that he had a bad game. Not for me, because I'm gonna say the truth. We can't stop the run. We can't even stop the run. And that is terrible. When you have a defense that cannot stop the run, listen, it starts up front. Grant, Zach Sealer. So I don't want to hear it. What do the safety in the corner has to do with this? I mean, unfortunately, they have to come up front and cover to help them out. But Trader had a bad game. I mean, once again, he can't cover. I mean, I don't know why they got him in there. Don't know what kind of defense Weaver is using for this team. It's actually hurting this team right now. Fans are fed up. Like I said, fans are just tired of it. I can't blame them guys and girls, because I understand, they have a passion, man. We are tired of losing, and we're losing every freaking week. So, yeah. I mean, I think he had a good game. I think Ethan Barner had, like I said, for me, everybody was saying, "Oh, he had a bad game." I don't think he did. I don't think he did. I mean, for him to come back for the injury and play the way he played today, I have nothing, nothing to say about that. Listen, man, it's just that we're so fed up, we're tired. Okay, the fans are tired, Ross. I hope Ross tomorrow morning when he wakes up, picks up that mic, go to the conference. I told Dirk tonight something interesting. I started saying at the beginning of the that Ross has been talking to McDaniel the last 2 games. Why he's not talking to his GM? Because I got a feeling the GM is going to get fired, and he might tell Ross, "Hey, man," or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ross telling McDaniel, "Hey, if you don't win this one, you out of here." I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going on? Who knows? But man, we need a change. We need something new. I mean, something fresh. Man, I got happy when I made the call. I say, this is going to be A-Chain taking off for 49 yards for a touchdown, and boom, that's what happened. I got so excited. Even Cap for Life got on the chat and says, "Wow, man, you called it, George." And I said, "Yeah, man." Then I wanted, Mika or Mika get an interception or just something, a turnover for a touchdown for the defense to change it around. No, man. I'm going to say this, and this might sound funny. If my grandmother was alive today and she was playing running back for the opposite team, she'll probably run over the Miami Dolphins defense right now. And I say this with all due respect, man. They just can't stop the run, period. 2 running backs, 2 backup running backs. I think one's a third stringer or 2 string, whatever, second stringer. Back-to-back running backs over 100 yards. Are you kidding me? But yeah, I mean, now we got one more game to go. I guess back to the drawing board, week to week. What do I feel about that? I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't even feel like making the picks for the next game. And it's so sad. It is sad, guys. It is sad. It is sad. Be sure if you joined the chat or hit the like button. We're talking a Dolphin defeat today versus the Chargers. The final score 29-27. Talking about what's happening to this team, we don't know. We try to stay positive, optimistic, but we have to call it like it is. This is a bad team right now. It is a bad team. Jacksonville's doing good in South Florida. if you want to call it South Florida, Jacksonville. Well, that's Jacksonville. Tampa's doing good in Tampa. But the Dolphins, my gosh. Let's be honest. We got to be honest, guys. We don't, and I understand that sometimes, hey, man, no, I don't want to be negative because I'm not a negative person. So people, people that know me in the podcast, I try to keep it positive. But listen, this is it. This is it. I mean, I posted it out there. I mean, like I said, that's all I could do. Fire this 3 individual, your head coach, your GM, and your defensive coach. Now, can you fire those 3 at the same time? I wish you can. But at least you got to start somewhere. We got to start somewhere. Because the fan base just can't take it anymore. It is sad. It is a sad franchise. Listen, even though the Jets lose today, and I don't want to talk about another team, the Jets look better. They lost 13-11 this morning in London. And they look much better than the Dolphins. At least they're competing in the field. I mean, we're watching the game. We're happy. We have a lead, and suddenly it disappeared, and we're like, what in the world? Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just very disappointing right now, guys. Very disappointed. It's just, what are we going to do as a fan? What is our next step as a fan? We're just asking one thing from Ross. Just one thing from Ross as a fan. Do your job, man. Do your job. If you fire somebody tomorrow, this fan base is going to look at it as a win. It might not be a football win, but it's going to be a win for the fans to feel good themselves that, hey, man, this man actually did something. I mean, who wants to lose their job? Nobody wants to lose their job. But I tell you something, you're going to lose your revenue once those fans are stopped going to the stadium, boycotting and all that. I see it coming. And I'm going to say this, you got good fans. You got great fans that are going to show up and say, hey, man, I love my team regardless of win, like me. Win, lose, or draw, I love my team. But this is embarrassing. You're putting a product on the field that's embarrassing right now. And who do I feel bad? These young rookies that come into the league. Like I told Dirk this also tonight, so much about the front 7. What front 7? The moment you gave Steeler the contract, Steeler disappeared. So there is something going on in this ball club. Inside this ball club. I believe there is something going on. Or something that's behind doors and they're not telling the fans that we need to know. As regular fans, we get hyped. We get so excited. We had Anthony Weaver last year. Man, now I look at Fangio when Fangio left the Dolphins. And he made those comments about, they don't want to play for me. This guy's not good enough. Boy, did he have a good point when he said that. See, there's a reason why this coach said that about the Dolphins. When Ramsey left the Dolphins, what he said. When John Smith left the Dolphins, what he said. You're right. It might never get told. Yeah, GM then walks up or down the field with an emergency coach that has. Yeah, that's it. I agree with you, Octane, Genius. That's a good way to put it, man. That's a good way to put it. There's no other way to put it. I mean, we just need a change. We asking just for a change, man. We're telling this owner, make a freaking change, man. Do something. Now, if that's going to change the whole thing, no, maybe not. But if he could go ahead and say, hey, man, this is it. I'm starting with this guy. Start somewhere. That's what we want. For me, you can fire somebody. It's a victory for me. Don't know about you as a fan, but it's a victory for me. Because it's a good way to start. But this cannot continue, man. The fans right now, I mean, I can't blame them. No, you're welcome, buddy. I'm just fed up. I mean, I'm an honest person. I've been here for almost a year now. I've been a Dolphin fan for years. Since 1972, undefeated season. Okay, I seen the ups and downs, but what I'm seeing now is a disgrace with this team. I mean, both sides of the ball. What Tua said today, man, that really just knocked me out today. What Tua said, it really touched me when he said, I come here to do what I got to do. I come here to do. Come on, man, enough is enough. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it starts with Greer, man. You when you draft Tua, okay, and we know the Tua situation with Herbert, which they play again. By the way, now they're both 2-2, facing each other. But the moment you hire a quarterback that was already concussion protocol, hip surgery, okay, you knew all that, right? So let's take that equation for a second. But then you don't build an offensive line. You decide that to do that in the fifth year, sixth year to get a Jonah in your team and build. Come on, man. Come on. It starts from there. You're building defense. Yeah, somebody says, well, defense win games. They win championship. But so is offense because you need to score. Because if you don't score, how do you win? I don't know. I think the credit I give McDaniel, I've been saying it all along. The only credit I give McDaniel, Coach McDaniel, is changing Tua. Because if Flo was here, Flo was the defensive coach. There's no way that Flo was going to make Tua the quarterback because Flo and Tua never got along. And I remember Fitzpatrick, went and told the coach, man, it's the kid turn. It's his turn. I mean, he went straight to the coach and told Flo, it's Tua turn, man. He sat down in the stadium. I'll never forget that. All alone. He played in the fourth quarter, made a couple of passes. He sat down and looked up. And this quarterback, this veteran quarterback told Flo, it's Tua. But then you bring an expertise Yale University smart coach to Miami. What does he become now? Think about it. What does McDaniel become now? Yep, that's it. But see, when Tua said something today in a press conference that he said, hey, I came in and did my job. All right, then, okay, so, all right, he did his job. He brought us back. The defense, all right, poor tackling. We had a sack. That could have ended up the game with a sack, open field tackle. The guy in the sideline, a trader, the guy made a move with him. He slipped and fall. If he would have tackled him down there, that would have called a timeout for the Chargers, and then leave him with one timeout. But things happen, right? That's part of football. Yep. It is part of football, and it's something that I believe you got to have a combination of both things. Okay, now that both sides of the ball are going to be the same at the same time, in the same game. No, sometimes defense build the offense, and sometimes the offense build the defense. But man, come on, man, this is I do believe I'm gonna feel confident of this tonight. I do believe that the Miami Dolphins will make a change tomorrow. Because if they don't, all right, I'm gonna say this. I think they go on the road, then they come back home against the. I think they go to Atlanta, then they come back home against the Ravens. They will have an empty stadium. I don't think people will show up, and those that show up, maybe they want to show up just to have a little support for the team. There's people investing in this team. Then the rumor is that Ross, when he gives the team to his daughter, the ownership to his daughter, then go right ahead, buddy. Go right ahead because it's not helping us at all. Not at all, guys. But once again, man, tough loss. Another tough loss, actually. Okay, that's 3 games in a row that I could say we would have had the victory. 3 games. Okay, but nothing to show for it. You got a Charger game and a Charger team that came in hurting, banged up. Yeah, that's another one too. And and you brought a good point. Here's another thing too. On 3rd and 2, run up the middle, even though it's 3rd and goal. You could run up the middle, eat the clock, and let's say you pick up the first down because Miami could still pick up the first down when it was 3rd and goal. Why you didn't run up the middle and eat the clock out? Make the Charger call a timeout. I mean, smart plays, but like I said, I'm not a coach. I'm not there. I don't make the plays. He does. Yes, you gave too much time for Herbert and one timeout. And the kickoff. I mean, let's be honest. The kickoff special team. I mean, special team has played well all season, man. We can sit here and start blaming, but I think they play all well. Yeah, exactly. That will force them to take the last time out. That's exactly right. I mean, there's things that and that's a player personnel thing, right? But at the same time, there's also called accountability. You don't want to go out of bounds. You want to stay in bounds. Eat the clock. Let them call timeout. And you see, we see it as a fan. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. So I don't say this to be a harsh. I mean, come on, Yale University. You're a smart freaking coach. All right. Tell your players stay inbound. Okay, the game is ours. We're right there at the end zone. Run the ball. Which, I feel bad for A-Chain, Exactly. Basic football stuff. Let's see, this is why. Now you say that, I'm laughing because McDaniel in the press conference, the way he says fundamental football. We play you're not playing that. You're not playing the run. You're not playing the pass. You do whatever you want on the playbook. What it doesn't work in your playbook, you need to change it, buddy. You need to change it. Run the ball until you prove to me you can stop me from running the ball. And we might have the weakest offensive line in this league due to injury, due to rookies, to veteran players. But don't give me that excuse. I think we had enough. I think it's time for a change. And I use Aquavale. If you haven't checked his channel, great. Also, sports podcaster for the Dolphins. He went to the game and exactly said, "Wow, man! George, the fan, the way they were booing Tua, they were booing the team. McDaniels, come on, man." And then suddenly, I mean, I have to laugh. It's called basic football, okay? It's called basic football. A little kid in Pee Wee League will probably pay better than the freaking Dolphins, Coach McDaniels. I'm sorry to say that. It's football, man. You run, you eat the clock. I don't know. I mean, it's frustrating. Yes, as a fan. I mean, as a content creator. I mean, I was watching all the YouTubes today, man. All the YouTubes content creators, especially Dolphin podcasters. I mean, they all left like with a big jaw on the bottom. Like, what in the world happened? You know what? We should not even say what in the world happened. This is what's going to happen because we know this. This is our team. They're not good enough. And listen, the sad part is we got so much talent in this football team. Way so much talent in this football team. Come on. Why, man? If you don't know how to use your talent, then you should not be coaching this team. Period. It's sad, guys. It's sad. It's frustrating. I mean, I wish I had a crystal ball and rub the crystal ball and say, "Hey, man, get me this, get me that. This is what we need." But unfortunately, we don't. Yeah, that is so true too. That is so true too. You see, things that we see as a fan. Okay, so what is actually McDaniel game plan on Sundays, if he does have one for this team? Because it looks like he doesn't have a game plan for this team when he walks into the field. We, the fan, have a game plan. Run the ball. Throw the ball. Play defense. The I mean, I don't want to touch the defensive part, but if you look at the defense at Weaver's side, yeah, that's true. That's true. But he didn't wrap that. He didn't wrap the dude. He didn't sack up. But look at this. Look at the defense. Okay, why is Weaver? And I said this earlier. If you didn't join in earlier, putting players out of their positions, playing other positions. Why you have a freaking linebacker covering a wide receiver? Why you have? I mean, there's things that I've seen lately in these 3 games that why players are playing out of the positions. You know, one-on-one, the middle. Why are they running up the middle against this team? You might say, okay, we have the rookie Grant. Yeah, but you got Sealer. You pay Sealer a good contract. You pay him to play a good. He's a rookie mistake. Yeah, he makes rookies because they're mistake. They're rookies, okay? But, man, they can't stop nobody. And, look, they got Chop Robinson. They got – and that's another thing. I don't like his packages. I don't like Weaver packages in the game when it comes to defense. Hey, good evening. First time watching it. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. I mean, there's things that I see, guys, that, you know, let's be honest. You know, we are a better ball club than what we are, okay? The talent that we have in this ball club is amazing. Well, I'll be honest with you. Tua will be gone next year. I do have a feeling that Tua will be gone. That will be the chance they could do. I think they need to, you know, I don't think Zach Wilson's also our quarterback. I give Quinn a shot. If we continue to lose guys, is give Quinn a shot. Regardless, he's a rookie. He's going to make a mistake. But listen, at least give the person opportunity. Well, I appreciate you guys subscribing and liking to the channel. I do this a lot of times. I came up today for my pregame. I do go live once in a while, and I do all my Dolphins. But I talk all sports here, guys. We got football, baseball, basketball, not only Dolphins, but still, as you see on my screen there, you'll see all my teams that I do have, but I do speak of every team at the same time, man. It's just that as a fan, man, enough is enough. And we had enough, okay? I think if McDaniel had to tell Tua, hey, have a seat, guy. You're struggling. I can't put you in. I got to put somebody in. That's what he should have done, right? So what do you call that? We all know this, guys, because we're a fan for many years. It's called accountability, right? So accountability. What Tua's going to do? Well, coach, if you sit me down, I'm not going to play for you anymore. Who cares? Sit down, Tua. You know, I'm not saying he's going to say that, but sit down. You're struggling. You're losing the game. Now, the first interception is not his fault, guys. Let's be honest. He threw it off his receiver hand and landed on the defender. But the last 2 interceptions, come on, man. Come on. He's overthrowing the ball. And it's like he's throwing the ball and like he's behind big time in the game. And I noticed that. Yep. I mean, I see Tua playing now. It's like he is desperate. He's like, oh, man, I'm down by 15, 20 points. Let me throw. And he overthrows his receiver. He overthrown the passes. He can't throw on the run. He scrambled. It looks sad. It looks bad. Well, yeah, you might say it's not Tua, okay, and I agree with you, all right. But look what Tua said today. Did you hear his press conference? And like I said, I love Tua. I'm a Tua guy, but I'm gonna be honest, okay. You got to be honest. Look what Tua said today, which it didn't sound good on his side, okay. If you're a captain of a team and you're saying that players are not showing in the meeting, and you're gonna say it's coaching issue, right? That's the coaching responsibility, right? Not showing. So let me ask you a question. Why do you open Why do you open the season by saying this? We have a culture change. You lied to the fans. You lied because you sit down with Greer in a press conference, Greer and McDaniel, and McDaniel said this, and we all heard it as fans. Listen, I could have do better as a coach, taking more accountability to my players. So what is he doing? He's not doing it. And then you come Tua today in the press conference, and what did Tua just say in the press conference? Hey, man, I could speak by myself, But the other guys that don't show up in the meeting, they even told Brooks, hey, is it true that people are not going to the meeting? What did Brooks said today? Let's be honest. Brooks was a great man. Said, listen, I'm not going to get involved in that. I'm not going to talk about it. That's for them to answer. So let's look at that picture. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be honest, man. To a voice of tone has changed from a couple of years to now. Look what Tua has been talking since the beginning of the season. Okay, let's go here. And I didn't want to go here, but I'm gonna go here now. Tyreek Hill gave up on the team last year, right? The Jets game. Took himself out. That's where it all started, right? Okay, so if you're a leader, if you're the quarterback team, and remember Tua was out for 6 games with a hip, whatever, a mystery hip that we never knew what was wrong with him. So as a leader of a team, as a quarterback, as a captain of the team, don't you go and tell your player, man, what you did here, man, that's wrong. You waited to the beginning of the season, this season, to do it? Let's look at that picture. Is that right or wrong? You go and that's the moment I saw Tua changing his way of speaking with the media lately. Now, remember, the media could say whatever they want. The media could add anything. But when I see it that's coming from the horse's mouth, which is his mouth, different story. I don't believe everything I see. I don't believe everything that I hear because that's not true. But when I see the man talking in front of the press conference and then he says, well, a guy that does that to a team should not be playing for the team. So if that's the case, what is Tyreek Hill doing in the team then? I understand you saying that last year, but coming to this year, come on, man. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Is that a quarterback leader? No. And what he did today in the press conference, guys, and I want you to listen. If you guys have a chance, go back and listen to the press conference and watch what Tua said today. It's very depressing what he said, guys. It didn't sound good. It didn't sound good at all. You cannot say, hey, it's this guy's fault. It's his fault. I'm doing my job. I came back and brought him back in the game. That's the defense fault. You tell them, hello, is that a team player? Is that a leader of a team? I'm just asking. And I could be wrong. Quote me if I'm wrong, guys. But think about that. How can you say those kind of things? Take a time and look at the Dolphins podcast and look what he says in the press conference today. That really, the moment he left and Brooks came in, yeah, that's true too. That's true too. Yeah, I mean, changes need to be made, guys. I mean, listen, Tua, what a year he had, 23, led the league in passing. All right. When you have cancer in your team, and I'm glad when he brought that up, when you have a cancer in your team, you need to get rid of cancer, right? It's sad to say that. Why? Because everybody falls into it. And I feel that we have to make a change, and the change has to happen tomorrow with this owner. I've been following the Dolphins, I tell you, for a long time. Okay, and we're human. We make mistakes. Okay, but the fan base are tired of seeing a team losing. All right, I'm gonna tell you something that maybe you guys don't like, but and like I say, everybody, I respect their opinion. Uh, I feel that if you're gonna play a player good money to come to your team to win, I'm not too crazy about it. You know why? You bought Ramsey, I won a Super Bowl. You bought Tyreek Hill, I won a Super Bowl. Did they bring a Super Bowl? Tyreek Hill left what? Kansas City? How many Super Bowl Kansas City won without Tyreek Hill? So if we're going to talk about players, I'm going to be honest with you guys, man. I'd rather have a rookie that's hungry, that wants to play, that wants to win, that somebody come in and say, pay me this money because I'm going to do my job. Because that's what Ramsey did. Okay, now Tyreek Hill, unfortunately, he had the injury. What is the rumor around now? Hey, man, let's cut him loose. He's not going to be the same Tyreek Hill. Oh, I bet he's not, especially with that knee injury. But who knows, right? So, and you're right. I mean, there's the media. The media, what the media does is, okay, it's really open up this cage of full of animals, and they open it loose, and other animals get loose, and everybody starts saying, well, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy did this guy did that. Not me, man. I hear it from the horse mouth, which it has to be Tua Tagovailoa. I hear it from the players. The media could say, hey, I saw this guy do something, and they never did, because that's who they are, right? And you got so many negative media out there. See, I'm not a negative media. I just call it like it is because that's my opinion, right? And you have your opinion, and that's okay. It's not a perfect world either. But listen, man, you got fans that are always asking for a W, and you can't even give them that. So, but I feel that that the Dolphins will make a change. Hopefully, as soon as tomorrow. I feel everybody's in pain. I know you got Dolphins. People like the Dolphins don't like the Dolphins. That's okay. It doesn't bother me at all. You have your opinion. I respect your opinion. I just feel that it's time for a change, and that's what we want. That something's going to happen, who knows? We just don't know, guys. We just don't know. So I just feel that it's time to move on. And I guarantee you we'll make it. I stay positive, guys. I don't look at any negativity. I'll be honest, I look at the real stuff. And as fans, we're tired of losing. Let's be honest, and we want to move on. Yeah, there you go, 1-5, and you're on the fourth year. Is right. Don't let the door hit you when you walk out. I agree with you. I mean, that's all we could do. And then let's see the actual accountability from an owner, right? So owner should come up and account. Yeah, I believe so too. I believe so. They got the Atlanta Falcons next, and then they come back home against supposedly by then Lamar Jackson should be back for the Ravens. You know what I'm worried about, and I'm gonna say this, and this is kind of hard to say as a Dolphin fan, and I don't like I say, I'm not a negative person. What would it take? What would it take if one of these teams score 50 points against the Dolphins? Then what will happen? Let's say the Ravens with Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson comes to the Rock and put 60 points on the Dolphins. It's where we're going to make a change and say, oh my God, we made a mistake. We should have cut this long time ago. See, I got a feeling there's a team out there that pretty soon. Yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe not, but that's right. 50 burgers. That's right. If somebody put 50 burgers on this team, I want to see what's going to happen. Yep. Players meeting with everyone showing up late. Well, that's what Tua said. That's what Tua said in his conference today. That's something that he mentioned. Unfortunately, he did mention that players were not showing up and players were doing this and that. And then when Bruce came up to speak, he said that he didn't want to talk about it. So let me tell you something. As a fan, who is the worst team? The Jets 0-6 or Miami at 1-5? Who looks worse? Because I tell you, the Jets, the Jets lost a heartbreaker today, 13-11, and we and the receiver was on that coach face today. So, but let's see, man. I'm still gonna stay positive. Stay loyal to your team. I mean, that's all we could do, and take it one game at a time. But I believe changes are coming, guys. They are coming. I believe it's time already. Yeah, the Jets are always worse. You got that right. Yeah, I mean, just stay hopeful, man, and continue to see what tomorrow brings, because I believe tomorrow we might have an update with this team tomorrow. If we don't know what to tell you. So just stay positive. Continue, continue, hanging on. That's all I can say as a fan. I mean, I know it hurts. I know it's difficult. I know it's not easy. Once again, you got fans and fanatics. So I believe Greer. I believe Greer will be gone first, then McDaniel. I believe that the owner will keep McDaniel for the reason to find a new head coach. Uh, who could be our interim coach? It could be our offensive coordinator. It could be. I mean, it can't be Weaver. I mean, everybody was talking about Weaver coming the head coach. My God, his defense is worse than the McDaniel offense. To be honest with you, at least we're scoring 20 something points a game. So, but let's see, man. Let's see what happens. But anyhow, that's all I have tonight, man. Thank you so much for everybody that has subscribed to the channel, man. We'll continue to stay positive, guys. Sometimes, we gotta be real at what we see. You're right. We can't hear everything they say. Uh, Normally, it's hard to get the facts in. When I hear this press conference from McDaniel and the players, just their body language, how they're talking, how they're saying things, you could see right there and then that you know that there's something going on behind the doors for this team, behind the walls. Like I said, I guess they don't want to blow anything out of proportion. They don't want to say nothing because of the fan base. But listen, the fan base already feeling it, regardless. But listen, I want to thank you so much for you guys to join in tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys have a blessed night, and if something come out tonight or tomorrow, whatever, I'll be on the shorts. I'll release the breaking news. Once again, Dolphins fall short. Uh, this is my pick here, guys. This is what I see it needs to happen. Don't know how they're going to do this, but uh, we're going to week what, number 6 now. They're 1-5. How long can they take it? Very upset. Kickoff live stream, but I thank you so much, everybody that joined in, and once again, thank you so much, and see you guys probably tomorrow night. And take care. And once again, man, fins up. Thank you.